Hello everyone and welcome to another video of fur and fowl sale keys. In today's video I'm going to be talking about the dangers of not having sufficient ventilation in your chicken coop. For today's example we have our chicken coop, which is fully made from wood. Inside it's got cladding, as you can see, and all of the pens are split apart from each other. During the winter months, what a lot of chicken keepers that keep their poultry inside chicken coops have, the big issues that they face and that we face a lot of the time is condensation and not enough ventilation going through. Because of the way that this chicken coop's being built, there is a little bit of ventilation higher up, but because of the area where it's situated and the way that the wind goes past it, not enough ventilation goes through from the top. So the problem that we face with that is a lot of condensation, which happens mostly at night when chickens breathe out, and then obviously when they poo and make a mess on the floor and all of that, this gases and steams coming out of that. From chicken manure you get ammonia, which is very dangerous for their respiratory system, as well as excess moisture, which is also dangerous for their respiratory system. But what's most dangerous of all is when the ammonia, which is a form of gas, mixes with the moist air, with the condensation, it creates a chemical reaction, creating a new substance altogether, known not as ammonia, but as ammonium, which is highly corrosive for chickens, and it can affect their lungs as well as other animals, but we're talking about chickens today. It can, obviously the corrosive factor can destroy their lungs altogether on the long run, and it can take their life expectancy right down. So having the appropriate ventilation and the adequate air coming in and out of your coop is essential if you keep a lot of birds like we do. Otherwise they are at risk of getting respiratory issues. Another issue is, apart from the less known respiratory issue, is the mess. If you don't have good ventilation, all of your shavings, they're nice and clean now because they've been changed a while back and they're still clean, thankfully. But what can happen with the condensation and moisture, when the chickens step over the shavings, and when they poo over them and run over them, and over time it can compact together. And what happens is, when it compacts together, not only does it make it harder for you as a chicken keeper to clean them, but it also makes it dangerous for them, because you'll have all sorts, that'll be a breeding ground for all sorts of infections, all sorts of mites, all sorts of bugs, all sorts of parasites. So you absolutely don't want any of that under any circumstance in your coop. And that's one way to combat it, is obviously keeping the coops clean, using the right products. As if you have looked in one of our previous videos around how we quickly cleaned one of our small cages, you'll see the sort of products that we use to keep everything hygienic. But the problem is also those bugs and how they can get on your birds, affect their feathers. If you're like us and you keep silkies, if you have loads of bugs, you might end up getting them on your birds. And if that's the case, then you'll have to use treatments, which could be quite costly. It can be quite time consuming. So to avoid all of that, it's best to make sure that you have a steady flow of air and a steady flow of ventilation in and out of your coop throughout the whole lifetime of your birds. With this coop it was problematic, so we had to think, what can we do to keep the circulation going in this coop? We thought about all sorts of different things, drilling holes on the side, cutting a simple vent hole, all sorts of things like that. But then we had one of them light bulb moments and we thought, do you know what? Condensation, the same as what happens in bathrooms. What is the solution for condensation in bathrooms? And in most new homes, it's extractor fans. So then we thought, can we install an extractor fan in our chicken coop? And of course we have done, as you can see here, where we've installed our extractor fan. This is absolutely amazing for this size of coop, as it's on average slightly bigger than a normal bathroom, but the important thing is that it keeps the air circulating, which stops the condensation from sitting on materials such as cladding, plastic, wood, windows, as we would see. So this extractor fan has solved a lot of problems for us, and it's been very easy to install. The hole we've cut in about 5 or 10 minutes, and everything's been wired in and put together in half an hour and sealed in with silicone sealant, so no moisture or water goes in at all. So it's an absolutely great solution if you keep your birds inside. I don't see why you shouldn't use it. It's also very cost effective, it's energy efficient, it doesn't use a lot of electricity at all, so it's cost effective. And to buy one, I think we paid roughly, in the UK, which is where we're situated, £20 or slightly over, from more or less any hardware store that will sell hardware products, extractor fans and lighting products and anything like that. And you'll be able to find them there. The cheapest one will do. It's not for a house. At the end of the day, it's a chicken coop. There's animals living in here. The whole purpose of this is just to get some of that air circulating around and stop that nasty condensation and nasty ammonia mixing together to cause a chemical reaction making ammonium. So, in our point of view, this has been a great fix for that problem. And another thing that you can do, you can use windows. But the only problem with windows is you can't leave them open at night, which is the peak time when they poo and create ammonium into the air. The reason why we can't leave our windows open at night is because around our coop it's situated in a highly forested area, so there's loads of wildlife and predators such as foxes and rats and all sorts of things that can bring diseases in if they crawled in, or even kill some of our livestock altogether. So this is our solution for keeping the area ventilated at night. So I hope we managed to help you out with our little suggestion today. And if we have, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe. That will help our channel out a lot. And make sure not to miss any of our future videos. And that's it for today. Thank you very much for watching our video.